So we got weekly Shonen Jump spoilers for Dragon Ball Super 102. You know how the drill is, folks. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to be spoiled on episode 102 airing in a couple weeks, don't watch the video. There's tons of other videos on the channel for you to watch, including a video I did earlier today about actually it was yesterday, the epic fails of Yamcha's life. Check that video out on my channel. I'll leave a link at the end of this one. The entire history of Yamcha's failures. And I love Yamcha, but it's got to be talked about in Dragon Ball. So let's go ahead and get to the spoilers here. First of all, special thank you to Sailor Spaz and Yonko Productions for producing this scan right here, as you see the preview for the episode airing on August 6th. Let's go ahead and get to the translation from Spaz. Thank you so much, Stacy, for doing this for us. Episode 102, a huge explosion of love power, Universe 2's magical girl warriors. So this episode is going to be focused on what is now being referred to as the Kamikaze Fireballs, which is the magical girls from Universe 2. We've already seen Ribrianne, otherwise known as Chateau de Brienne. We know her already, and then she has two friends as well. So we're going to talk about that here in a moment. Very interesting things going on here. All right, let's get to it. It's time to merge the warrior of love and victory. Furious battles rage on in the tournament of power. Universe 2 warrior Brienne merges with her allies Sanka and Suu to transform into Ribrianne. What is her true strength? So, I guess that this is a different form of Ribrianne, not the one we already saw, or a more powerful version of Ribrianne. I'm not really sure, but it says right here, Universe 2 warrior Ribrianne merges with her allies. Okay, now, Sanka and Suu are the two other magical girls that we've seen in the intro, members of the Kamikaze Fireballs. But this brings up an obvious question. One of the questions we've been getting asked all week, well, not all week, for several weeks, is fusion allowed in the tournament? Obviously, we would assume that Potara's are probably not allowed. Same thing with any illegal objects, even though Krillin did use his shoe in one episode recently, and there were sunglasses used. As far as we know, fusion, we presume, was not allowed. However, if Brienne is allowed to legally fuse with Sanka and Suu, I mean, how does that in any way change the fact that that means that other warriors can use a similar type of fusion? Case in point, the Metamoran type finger fusion that Goku and Vegeta used to make Gogeta in the movies and in GT and whatnot in the video games, or Goten and Trunks, or possibly some other characters. So the idea of fusion happening in Dragon Ball Super in this tournament now is very possible. It's very, very possible now. I'm not saying we're going to see fusion. I'm saying that if Brienne can do it, obviously it's not going to be illegal. 17 this week. Misjudges situation and immediately attacks. While Brienne is transforming, 17 mercilessly attacks her. His actions are criticized as being ill-mannered, naturally by those from Universe 2, but even Goku chimes in and berates him. So this whole thing, I think, is going to be a self-joke at Dragon Ball. This is the way I'm seeing it. Basically, the way it's described is that Brienne is fusing with her allies and transforming, and in the middle of the transformation, 17 is going to attack. And Goku's going to say, wait a minute, you can't do that. But the question is why? And I'm sure we've all wondered this at one point or another if you've watched Dragon Ball from when you were a kid. Why are they waiting for the guy to power up? Why don't they just beat the guy up? Like, why would you wait for another guy to power up while he's sitting there screaming and, raising his energy level? Why don't you just attack him before he can do that and take him out? This is going to be addressed in this episode, I believe. It really sounds like that. It sounds like 17's going to think logically and say, let me get the jump on this chick before she gets stronger. And Goku and some of the other ones are going to say, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. That's not the right thing to do. And honestly, it is the right thing to do because you want to win this thing no matter what. So I think that might be the story we're going to get here. Either way, this episode seems to be focused a lot on Universe 2's Magical Girl Warriors, the Kamikaze Fireballs, and 17. Absolutely no mention here of Vegeta, Caulifla, Kale, Kaba, Hit, Jiren. I'm not saying they're not going to be in the episode, because they are going to be in the episode. Same thing with Frieza. They're going to be there. It's just I don't think they have a big story point in episode 102 of Dragon Ball Super. That's what I got for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited to see Ribrianne fuse? I think it's going to be awesome. Do you think this means that we will see a different type of fusion? Not necessarily Goku and Vegeta, but somebody from Universe 7 fusing, or maybe another universe. Do you think that now we know for a fact that's legal, that, you know, it'll happen? Or do you think, nah, it's just this character ending? What do you think about 17 getting the jump on them as they fuse? Let me know. Thank you so very much, as always, for checking out the video. And I'll talk to you guys later.